Hello everybody, and welcome to a new series, my League of Legends Let's Play. I'm going to do a first win of the day Let's Play, and that means I'm going to play one game every day, and if I win, you guys will see it, and if I lose, you guys will never see that. So if that's the case, then you guys will never be seeing this video. So League of Legends is a strategy game in which you are trying to defeat the other team by destroying their nexus, which is this thing right here. This is our nexus. We're trying to defend this nexus. What did he do? Anyhow,
30 seconds until minions
there are 5 players on each team, and there are 3 lanes. This is the top lane, this is the middle lane, and down here where these 2 people are, the bot lane. So there's in the middle of each lane there's a jungle, and inside the jungle spawn monsters, and some of the monsters, like this one here and this one here, will provide a buff when killed. And one person on the team generally stays in the jungle most of the time, trying to get all the buffs and all the money from killing the minions to buy items and help the other lanes. They just jump from lane to lane, and generally the top lane is the one who is left with one person by themselves, which is the case for the enemy team on this side. So this Garen, this champion Garen, and myself, Pantheon, are going to be fighting against a another Pantheon, most likely, by himself. So that's just how it went for him. Luckily for us, we have a 2-person team. The only unfortunate part of this is we are going to get less money between the 2 of us because we're splitting it in half, and we're also going to level up slower because there are half the minions for us to gain XP from. He gets 2 minions, and the XP is divided between us instead. So also, when you kill a minion like that, you gain more money than you would normally, and you gain passive money. So if you're just AFK, you're still gonna not fall ridiculously behind. Oh, it's not another Pantheon. It is a Diana. Diana has some range, so I'm gonna be careful. She was helping their jungler get their first minion down, or their first monster in the jungle down. So basic goal of the early game is to do as much damage to your opponents as possible, which is called poke, and also in the process get as many last hits on minions to get their money as possible, like the one I just missed. I missed. So Pantheon has a jump ability, which does some basic damage, but mostly it's important because it stuns them. And then he has this ability, which does a cone of damage in front of him, and he has a spear shot, which is pretty obvious. It's just a throw in front of you. And then also you have summoner spells, and summoner spells you get to use depending on your level. You can use any of them, and this flash teleports me a short distance. You probably saw her just jump in front of her tower. And this ignite does some basic damage, and you want to use that when someone is really low and you can get them. So basically, you use those spells in combination to kill the enemies, and you're trying to down their towers as much as possible. So sadly, by jumping on her so much, I've lost most of my mana, and gonna have to start conserving that. Sadly, she's out of potions for her though. You can see down here her items, Diana right here, what items she currently has. Good job. We killed her together, and that gives me assistance money, which is this little icon next to him, and he gets more money than I do because he got the kill. That's very good, because early game you want to get as many team kills as possible for the money that they award, and then after that point, your team will start snowballing and receive more and more money and get more and more kills, and it's just easier to win when you have more money to buy items with. And these items provide different bonuses, such as these boots provide movement speed. These health potions allow me to regenerate some more extra health. And I have a passive spell as well. I forgot to mention that. A passive spell that blocks after casting or hitting auto attacks 4 times. I gain a block that will return, or will not return, but will block the next incoming attack on my character. And that's a pretty good passive. Other people have things that regenerate their mana, regenerate their health, give them more gold, etc. They have their Pantheon is in the middle for some reason. That's an unusual thing. Pantheon usually jumps top. And this is their jungler who's just come into the lane now. It's a Rengar. He is probably most likely gonna be up here most of the lane phase to help. To help Diana because she is fighting 2 people by herself. Alright, so Garen's engaging on her. I'm not going to because she's already under tower. And it would be a waste of time because she would get away. I'm focusing on getting as many minions as possible. And this little blue or purple triangle in the top right indicates how many minion kills I have. And you want that number as high as possible because the more minions you kill, the more money you get, and the more items you can buy, and the more damage you'll deal, the more health you'll have, etc. It's pretty obvious of what you're trying to do. The beginning of the game is called the laning phase, in which you try and get the first turret like we just did, and we did it really fast. That was a really good push right there by Garen and I. We're probably gonna die here because of
An enemy has been slain.
their jungler might come in and try and get the kill on us, and I won't be able to help Garen because oh no, their jungler's in the middle. So the minimap shows player faces, but there's a fog of war, so you can only see where people are.
Let us press on.
I'm checking down here for the jungler, and this 4th spell is called your ultimate spell.
Has destroyed a turret.
We're doing very well, by the way. Getting 2 turrets before 10 minutes is ridiculously difficult in a normal game. And anyhow,
An ally has been slain.
the ultimate spell is the most powerful spell that each champion will have. I believe that my ultimate is probably one of the better ones on our team, besides Karthus. Karthus, our middle champion who just died, has a. Oh, I'm gonna have to jump down here with my ultimate. My ultimate allows me to move in globally on other people. Flash for it.
They will know war.
You have slain an enemy.
I might die here.
You
Oh,
have
yeah, I
slain.
died. Oh well. I got the kill and saved the tower. That's alright. So, now I'm going to buy items. When you're dead, you can use the shop, or you can recall back to your base to get there faster instead.
An enemy has been
I think
slain.
I'm going to buy a BF sword, which increases my attack damage significantly. Normally I go for a brutalizer, but I'll start building that next by buying the items below it. And you're trying to buy these top tier items that I have in an item set made up for myself. I'll buy 2 more potions, and I will also buy a sight ward, so that way I can grant vision in a section of the map.
I know my path.
So that way Garen and I have a lesser chance of being attacked by the jungler. We can detect them earlier, and
Killing spree.
there we go. Garen got another kill. The jungler's probably coming after him though, so I'm gonna have to get up there quickly. So the shop is back here. This is the shopkeeper. So that's why you can access it while you're dead, and that's generally when I do it. And sometimes I press B to cast recall, which you can do indefinitely. You can do it as many times as you want, and that will return you back to your home platform, in which you can heal and get mana and health. Heal and get health. I don't know why I said that, but that the general
With pride.
the general premise of the early game is to not go back
Has been slain.
to
Killing spree.
your base frequently, because that
My
means
spear is restless.
you are losing out on money and or towers. You try and stay involved in the action and up with the minions and the enemy champions as much as possible. Up here is our team kills, as you can probably see.
Immediately.
And this is the site ward I placed. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do my best to explain things as we go. But this is a real-time strategy game, and games generally last anywhere between 30 minutes and 10 minutes. Or 20 minutes, I'm sorry. I can't get him. So he came up here to kill us
Compels me.
because he could use his ultimate, the one I have. He's the same champion as me, just on the other team. Just typing to our Garen. So for my plan for this series is to probably just play one game a day and record it. I might not make it every day because I'll be recording other things like the rival and whatnot. Oh good, the Karthus is pushing while he's out of lane. And that's good. So if I win, I'll upload it. If I lose, I won't.
Consider it done.
If I have something else planned for that day though, you may not see these because they're probably going to be at least 20 minutes each. If you don't like longer series or don't like this game, you don't have to watch.
Enjoy this.
And if you have watched this far and that's your opinion, well, I'm very surprised. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice him.
They will not.
Hopefully our Garen gets him. There we go.
Been slain.
And now we're gonna kill Diana for sure because she has no one to help her. I ignited her using my summoner spell. Dang it, and he got my kill. It was good that he got the kill because he gets money, but I would have rather had it because that means I get the money. And likely now someone from the bottom lane who we haven't seen all game, or this Pantheon, will have to come up here and stop us from taking this turret because we have pushed them so far and Diana is down for another 7 seconds, which is not enough to save the turret because I'm already here destroying it, and so is Garen. This is an excellent game so far. I'm really glad. I was worried I was going to lose my first game and have to scrap it completely. So far it looks like we're winning. We have 6 more kills, which is quite a bit. We probably have more creep score, which is the minion kills. It's called creep score for slang.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, overall we have much more creep than they do, and we have more towers as well. I can buy the Bloodthirster right off the bat, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm going to get my Brutalizer to reduce the cooldowns on my other spells. And now that our lane is pushed heavily, Garen and I can help out the other lanes. Like Garen is now in the middle lane, helping out against them. I could go there and help get this tower down, but I would rather come up here and stop Diana a little bit more from getting minions and or towers. It looks like Garen has the same idea and does not want
Shut down.
Diana pushing our lane any further.
I know my path.
And I think if she tries to run away, I'm gonna get her.
You have slain
Got
an
her.
enemy.
That was a good ultimate
Let
for
us
that.
press on.
So this spear shot also does critical damage against players' low health. Um, so the lower health they are, he just stole all my minions. I just used my ability for. He's kind of not my favorite player to play with because he's not very considerate. However, he's doing well, so at least there's that. There are a lot worse people I could have had, like this Karthus could have played someone else and been absolutely awful. He's 0 kills and 4 deaths. And that's really bad. You can see I'm 3 kills, 1 death, and 4 assists. And 45 creep score. But people don't generally count the creep score. It's just a good way of indicating how much money people have. Right now I'm doing a really good job of farming. They're pushing down the bot and they're going to need help, I think. Sorry if there's some FPS lag. That just comes from recording in any game. That's just how it goes. We're just going to try and focus this tower and then go for him. Because he is protected under the tower. Towers work in a funny way. Towers focus minions first, except for if you attack an enemy champion underneath them. Now I missed him, he ran away. And I could die here because her jungler is on his way. Nope, this is... I'm trying to get the Caitlyn. I died, but I might get a kill. And if not, I at least push them both out of lane, which is a massive advantage at this early. And now I'm going to get Vampiric Scepter to get some lifesteal off of my attacks. I'm telling my team. I'm telling them to push because that means that everyone else is out of lane while I win against a 2v1, which you generally don't want to do. And I wouldn't have engaged had I known Diana would have been there. Or, I mean, Pantheon would have come down. And I would have engaged if it had it been Rengar, however, because the jungler is generally the lowest level on the team. As you can see, he's level 11 and he is level 8. It's just a massive, massive difference between the jungler and the early game, especially if the jungler does bad. The jungler generally needs to come and help out his team pretty consistently and take some of the minions from the lane. I'm gonna go down here and help this Twitch. I have to change my video settings in a minute. I forgot to do that before we started. I'm waiting for them to try and engage. And I stole her kill, but it's fine because it's just securing it. Generally, people get in a little bit over intense. I'm not sure if that's the correct word, but people get upset when you try and steal their kill because you know they thought they were securing it, they had it, blah blah blah. But if you're a team player and you just try and secure a kill, then it's fine. Now there are 4 of us in this lane, so these people are backed up all the way to their tower and are probably not going to be able to save it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
However, Diana's pushing, and that means Garen and Nidalee have to disengage, and just Twitch and I are left to fight down these 2. Pantheon was the first champion I bought, and there are a large variety, and I own about 6 people. I'm not the highest level in the game. 30 is the maximum, and I am about level 18 at the moment. Oh, frick, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I got double teamed because our Twitch did not engage. I don't mean to blame it on someone else, but it was not my fault that time. It's alright, I'm still positive. 4 kills, 3 deaths. And while I'm dead, I'm going to take this opportunity to decrease the, what's it called? Environmental quality to low. It shouldn't make that big of a difference, really. And if it does, I'll change back. Sadly, it freezes the game for a second, so sorry about that. And there we go. And it looks about the same, but I'm going to get a higher FPS now, and that's always good. I can't use my normal recording software for this. I have to use Camtasia like I do for Pokemon, because Fraps just freaks out and has a fit whenever you try and record League of Legends. It just did not work with the codecs. I missed that turret kill, but it's alright. My team got it, and looks like 2 of them are going to go down there and try and stop their Caitlyn. I might die here. In fact, I'm sure I'll die here because I got focused down. Yep. My team did not engage. Once again, that's disappointing. Oh well.
Enemy double kill.
And now we are going to lose a little bit of ground. I wish our Garen had stayed because he's what they call fed. It means he has a lot of kills. And fed champions generally do better against the enemy team than feeders who feed the enemy team.
An enemy has been slain.
We're doing really well with these team fights right here. These little skirmishes between 2 to 3 players generally. 2 to 5 players are called team battles. And, well, not 2. 3 to 5 players because 2 people are generally in a lane together. Garen needs to stay up here because he's doing better than anyone else. I can't hold this lane with Karthus, and I definitely can't. Or I mean, I definitely can't hold this lane with Karthus, and I'd have a hard time holding it with anyone else. There are quite a few minions up on the top lane, and I think I'm gonna head for those. Looks like everyone else has the same idea, but they're gonna see that I'm way further ahead than they are, and be able to get them all.
Their fate is sealed.
Try and get these caster minions in the back because they're easiest to focus down, and these ones I can just pick off when the other ones have done damage to them. So now this lane is pushed a little bit on its own, and these minions will kill a little bit of the next wave, and it'll spiral out of control for them, and that means we'll have the lane pushed by itself up to this inhibitor tower. An inhibitor prevents you from winning the game. If there's all 3 inhibitors still alive, that means your nexus cannot be destroyed or attacked until one of those inhibitors has been destroyed. It only takes 1 though. I can't save her likely, but I can do some turret damage to the Pantheon. I'm gonna call for assistance because everybody is down at the bottom for no reason. I have to flash out, use my summoner spell to survive, and there's a good chance that I won't, even with the summoner spell. I have to keep pinging because these idiots are not understanding that they're taking our tower.
Unstoppable. Double kill. Shut down.
That was a bad team move.
Has been destroyed.
I've been slain. If the Twitch does not get the kill, then I'm going to be very upset. Now I'm in the negative. I have 5 deaths and 4 kills. but that's because everybody on my team is being selfish and not looking out for the rest of the team. Oh well, I'll still do better. It's just ridiculous though that they're now pushing back and they're gonna get ahead in towers.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Not provoke me.
You guys need to cover better. We lost 2 towers, even when I pinged.
They will know war. With pride.
We need to engage as a team here and try and get this tower so we're ahead still.
My spear.
So this is a 4v3 it looks like, unless they have someone else coming. I've been slain, of course.
Quadra kill.
He got a quadra kill, which means he killed 4 of them by himself. Generally, that's just because of his ultimate. Sadly, I got focused in that fight, and he didn't get his pentakill, which is when you kill all 5 of the enemy by themselves, by yourself. It's really ridiculously hard. I've never gotten one in all of my levels, 18. But get the inhibitor for God's sakes.
Immediately.
Hopefully someone's smart enough to realize that. It should really not be this hard. There we go, we got an inhibitor. So, along with the inhibitor, that allows you to attack their nexus, which is defended by 2 turrets, but it also spawns even better minions in your lane, which we'll see in any second now when they spawn.
Honor compels me.
Right here, this is a super minion, and they are the highest tier of minion. They give you less gold, surprisingly, than the siege minions, these guys. But they give you more than the little guys, and they do a ton more damage and have like as much health as any champion or more. So they take forever to kill. They're overall just an extreme nuisance, and this Diana is probably gonna die now. Now she flashed out. She's alright because she wasted her summoner spell. Pantheon used his ultimate to get in. But I don't think it's going to be enough for this fight.
You have slain an enemy.
Because I got a kill. That's good. Volibear is trying to push back on our top lane, but we'll likely go to stop him if he gets anywhere near our turret, which is still full health since the beginning. My lane is the only one to not have been pushed, which is very nice. He's had to retreat by now, I'm sure. Ah, I couldn't get it.
You have been slain.
Oh well. I died and I did some damage, so that's pretty much the best you can ask for. Now I have the Black Cleaver, which gives me health, attack damage, cooldown reduction, and armor penetration. When dealing with physical damage to an enemy, reduces their armor by 5% for 4 seconds, and it gives them up to 25% less armor when I'm attacking them, which is pretty good. Buy 1 more potion, so I have 5. Sadly, they only heal 150 health over a short period of time, which is, with 5 of them, I don't even heal to half health. These guys are both gonna die, sadly, and this Pantheon is just doing incredibly.
Enemy double kill.
Karthus' passive allows him to stay alive after he dies for a short time. For 7 seconds, he can cast spells during that time, but can't do anything else. Like summoner spells, he can't move, he can't do anything. I like Karthus, I play him quite a bit. And maybe he'll be in my next video or one of the future ones. Luckily right now we're doing very well because we have all our lanes pushed and our score is almost 10 higher than theirs. Sadly for me, I am 2 levels behind the rest of the team. And that's not exceptional because that means I've died more than everyone else. But I should level up after killing this jungle minion called the Wraith. And when you have no jungler, it's best to just go in and get whatever you can when you can. Don't try not to leave your lane for it though. At this point in the game, the laning phase has ended. And that means the team fight phase has begun. Team fighting phase is when you go to whatever lane has the most people in it and you try and kill them.
They disgrace the art of war.
Pretty obvious there, but needs to be said in the first episode. This volley bear, we're not engaging on him because he has 2 towers to protect himself with. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Okay, maybe I won't. There are 4 of us here. We need our Garen to push up top. I agree. I will come with him. The enemy inhibitor has respawned. That means we're gonna have to retake that. But we're gonna take this one first, it looks like, because we have 2 of us up here. Now we have 2 exposed inhibitors to choose from while they have none. That means they're gonna have to play very defensively, try not to get killed in fights. I'm gonna go ahead and get some life back with my steals and get some extra money.
Enemy killing spree.
I
An
know
enemy
my
has been
path.
slain. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Without pause.
Now we're gonna go for the second inhibitor, hopefully, if everyone's not an idiot and realizes that's what we need to get. But it looks like everybody's just gonna go for the towers, which is not a smart move at this point because if anyone respawns and kills them, we're gonna be having to defend a little bit. Oh, no, looks like we're gonna win. I'm wrong. There we go. So that was our first win of the day
Victory.
for today. Wasn't as great for me as I thought, and it was not a very good presentation of skill, but I feel like I did fairly well. I have more skill with Pantheon generally as a solo top laner when we have a jungler, so that way I have more mobility and I can move down and around. But you know, all preference. My team did fairly well. I wish they had covered a little bit more. Would have saved us some towers and some time in the end. But overall, they did really good at getting kills and team fights. Next time, you'll likely see another person with me because I don't play games alone. When I can play them with other people, and League of Legends is one I often play with friends. You'll see Friedlay, you'll see Off-White. You'll see Spirit of Anger, maybe even Tom and SBK will join me, and some other friends that you guys do not know from the server and on my channel. But anyways, it's been a long video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in our next win of the day. Goodbye, everybody.